we speak truth to power. This broadcast is really about the fuel subsidy. If you're watching us, please don't forget to subscribe to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I really need your support in growing the platform. We are over 2,500 subscribers now on YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because I am trying to grow the platform. I'll be doing I'll do a live broadcast in the studio later on. But this broadcast here, you see, is asking why are the religious leaders silent on the fuel subsidy scam, and of course, why are they not? Why are they saying nothing over the issue of the refineries? Now, it is a very good question to ask because many people sorry about it. Many people have been trying to. Um, we've been asking for the government to actually help. The citizens. Yes, Tinubu has done a good thing. Let me just make sure this is right. Is that okay? No, it's not going to be right. Okay. So Tinubu has been very good speaking to what's the word? He's been very good in um, doing the right thing so far, helping the citizens in terms of making things easier, um, in terms of i.e. The student loan idea. Although we want it to be ultimately the long-term goal before for the students to enjoy what our what our fathers enjoyed, which was free education ultimately. But it's a step in the right direction. We want it to be free education so that people don't have to pay a loan. We also are happy with the fact that the Tinubu administration has actually made sure that we have the same exchange rate across the whole country, rather than before when you had a different exchange rate for the north and a different exchange rate for the south. So a unitary exchange rate system. We are really happy with that. We are also happy with the planned projected 6% GDP in terms of growth and employment and the economy. These are really good things. We're also glad about a few other things that he's putting in place, and the swiftness in which he's actually appointed a number of key people in positions, and not this case of waiting 6 weeks or something, or 6 months, or before you appoint somebody. We are very happy with that. And of course, we are very happy with the fact that he stopped the fuel subsidy scam. He's put a stop to it. But like we said, one of the things that is really a big concern right now is, let me see if I can add some people. I don't know if I can add some guests. Um, if you want to join me as a guest, just throw me an invite. You're watching it, and I will add you. But what I wanted to do was to try and really get you to understand, get us all to understand that the religious leaders, all our religious leaders, they have not really played the role that they ought to play. They have not played it. So let me put it on Twitter. I shared on Twitter as well. So if you do want to join me and have a discussion, yes, we have the option. I can add you and we can discuss live on air. But this broadcast right now, the focus of this broadcast right now is to prove to those of us that are very, very steeped in religion. Now, you can be steeped in religion on a private basis, i.e., you can do that on your own. You can believe in Jesus Christ. You can believe in, whatever you want to believe in. But what I want you to really understand in all of this is that all those religions, as far as it's concerned in Nigeria, is designed to enslave your mind. It is designed to enslave your mind. In the UK here, people practice religion, whatever religion you want to practice, but it doesn't stop them from getting the things that is definitely that should be happening. You don't need to pray before you get water, light, roads, schools, bridges. You don't need to pray for your petrol. You don't need any of that. It is a service that must be provided. And that is what we're trying to get at. Many of those religions tell you to come to a church. The church you're going to go to, or the mosque you're going to go to, is it not petrol that you're going to use to get there? So why are they silent in the face of the failure of our government? I know it's not something that Tinubu did. He's trying to fix it. But the previous governments, they wasted 4 trillion, 3 to 4 trillion on the refineries. We don't see, we have not seen the result of their spend so far. That money has gone. Welcome on board, those of you joining me. If you want to join me and I'll do a live broadcast and join me, easy. Sorry, that was a little malfunction. I seem to, I suddenly developed a malfunction there. So that way it went down. So welcome on board. So let me just make sure I check it all right. I want to make sure it works fine. Sorry about that. So you're watching Citizen AY. We're back again. Sorry about that. I'll fix it. It just, the thing decided to have a mind of its own and it just went off. So what we are talking about today is about fuel subsidy and the need for us to have, we need to have, what's the word? We need all the four refineries to be fixed. We need all the four refineries to be fixed. We need to hear from the pastors, the imams. We need to hear from the pastors, the imams, Oyedepo, Adeboye, and all of you, Kuka, you name it, all of the religious leaders. They need to be part of the process demanding for the refineries, all the four refineries, the four refineries. I'm talking about Kaduna, I'm talking about Warri, I'm talking about the two in Port Harcourt. The refineries need to be fixed. But why is it? Why is it that um what you call it? Why is it that the in religious leaders, they are silent. The people are suffering. People are suffering right now. Do you know that to buy a ram for Salah? Happy Eid. Happy Eid, by the way. Happy Eid to those of you who are, the Muslims in the house. We wish you happy Eid. We hope we find you, well and safe, and we're with your family. But even to travel, the cost of traveling this morning, has been said on the news, has been very expensive for many people. And it's made it almost impossible for anybody to try and say, I want to go travel, I want to go somewhere, because the cost of traveling is crazy. And now, a ram in Nigeria, a single ram, costs 400,000 naira. That's all because of the cost of fuel going up. A single ram from was about 100 something thousand naira has now gone to 400,000 naira. So that is worrying. We are just hearing report that Adeleke, Governor Adeleke survived an assassination attempt. That is quite worrying if that's the case. I mean, he survived an assassination attempt, from what we understand. Governor Adeleke of Oshu State survived an assassination attempt. He escaped um, assassination. We're hearing that as I'm talking to you now. Governor Adeleke has escaped from an assassination attempt. He survived it, and that is something that is quite a concern that is going on. But the reason I'm doing this broadcast, again, I'm going to try and I'll throw some invites to some people if I can. I'll, but the question that we're asking, why is it that the religious leaders. So, like I said, happy Eid to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Do subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Help us grow the platform. We're trying to do something different here. We're trying to reach as many people as possible to grow that platform because of the information we need to pass along. One of the things that I want you to know in the broadcast, I keep talking, I say it often. We need you to understand about you have the right to, you need to know about the constitutional powers that you possess. And we will need to use those powers. What are those two powers? There are two key powers that you possess within the constitution right now as a citizen of Nigeria. Citizen of Nigeria. Section 14(2)(a). Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all the powers and an authority. It is through the, the people that they drive the powers. So sovereignty belongs to people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all the powers and authority. So that's 14.2a. 14.2c. The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Now, we want you to understand that those are the two powers that we need right now. We are calling on President Tinubu to put a task force in place to begin to get um, to refloat all the four refineries. I'm talking about Warri Refinery, Cardinal Refinery, the two Port Harcourt refineries. They need to be working in all industrial countries where they produce oil. They have functioning refinery in all oil producing countries where they produce oil. They have refineries. It is a mad idea to be using our money, to do things, without us being aware of it. It is crazy. That money doesn't make sense. One second, please. One second. So, like I said, I'll probably be back later on. I'll be back if this doesn't work. I'll come back later. I think it's frozen. I think it's frozen. Yeah. Can you hear me? I'll be back later. Let me.